G'day everyone. We've got a really exciting tasting coming up in about a week's time, and that is a Le Maison de Whiskey single cask, mostly fortified cask tasting. There's a couple from this, which is the Le Maison de Whiskey 2021 French Connections catalogue. For the vast majority of these, we only got one bottle allocated for the whole of Australia. So what better way than these to be enjoyed by as many people as possible than for us to open them for a tasting. And there's some absolutely exceptional single cask whiskies here, as we would expect from Le Maison de Whiskey. We've got the four really interesting fortified casks from this catalogue: a Benromach, a Balakian, the Balblair and the Arran. And we've also pulled one out of the vault from an Artist number 8 release. This is the Glenrothes Sherry edition from there, and it's exquisite too. With that one, we've also added in a sample of one of their Through the Grapevine cognacs, which is a cognac release that Le Maison de Whiskey do. This is from a small cognac producer from Maison Bourard. I probably butchered that again like I do. A VSOP, and it's absolutely exquisite too. So that one's going to be great. Plus, we're going to have a little Le Maison de Whiskey highball at the start with some of their Flying King rum, a little bit of Fever Tree smoky ginger beer, and some accoutrements. That's going to be an absolute cracker. I want to have a little preview of this because there's only a few spots left, and I really want to make sure that if you're interested in it, you can grab a pack. So I'm not going to tease them all, but I will just go into a little bit about a couple of them, and I'm going to get Owen to come pick his favourite one he wants to sample, and Jose to come as well, and have a little try of a couple of these. I'm going to start by having a look at what I think is probably one of the most exciting ones in here, the Balakian. So 2004 Balakian, so 16 years old now, a single cask of 275 bottles, and of course this is natural colour, non-chill filtered. Balakian is of course the peated Edredale, minimum 50 ppm, so it's always quite up there, and it's become super popular over the last few years. Always really interesting casks that they select, be it a Manzanilla, be it a rum finish. There's been some Balakians over the time that have really sort of started putting these interesting casks, somewhat experimentation casks on the map, and this is definitely one. So ex-Burgundian wine, and it just, the colour of it is insane. I'll pop that up on the screen now so you can see the bottle. Have a look at that. What a terrific bottle. And the nose on it is just exquisite as well. So many apricots popping through. A little bit of coconut perhaps as well. It's deep and dark, and a lot of richness coming through. Perhaps a little bit of sort of like some tannic notes as well. Oh, huge palate. Oh wow, it's super duper rich at the start. Coconut, like desiccated coconut, dark chocolate squares, and then the peat sort of comes through, but it's really well integrated peat, and it's just nestled in there perfectly, like a wet peat field. It's just gorgeous. This is a stunning dram. On the finish, there's a little bit of a cigar box tobacco-y note there, but all those fruits from the nose and the palates, like apricots, are really lingering around as well. This is an exquisite cask, and one we probably won't get the chance to try again in Australia. So this is a great opportunity to give it a try. And I would definitely recommend grabbing a ticket so you can, because that's definitely one of my whiskies of 2021 so far. For the next one, I'm going to grab Owen now. Welcome, Owen. How are you, mate?
Good.
Thanks for coming out and having a little cheeky preview of the tasting with me. Now, you get to pick one to taste and have a little bit of a preview. What do you want to go for?
It's got to be the Balblair. I'm a big Balblair fan.
There you go.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, so the Balblair, up there at cask strength of 56.3%. Another limited single cask from this 2021 catalogue. pour away.
Definitely.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah, so Bald Blair is a distillery we very rarely actually get to see. They struggled quite a lot during the 50s, so most of the bottlings that you'll see with a little bit of age on them probably come from Gordon MacPhail.
I was wondering why I wasn't tasting much Bald Blair in the 50s.
Yeah, there you go. So up until about the late 90s, they were pretty much sort of under the radar as a distillery.
Yeah.
Bought out by the same group who now own Old Pulteney. They have a couple. So they used to do their bottlings with vintages, which is why we see on the front the 06 vintage rather than an age statement. And they've now changed that. I think last year they launched a whole new range.
Delicious. There's some sweet toffee notes in this. Sort of a little bit of milk chocolate.
So Bald Blair is usually very, very, very fruity. Think like a lot of those 96 Ben Nevises we've had, that kind of fruit flavour. This sherry's done wonders. That lovely soft fruits developed. Chewy toffee.
The palate is definitely really fruity as well. Heaps of quince paste and jam. It's quite a beautiful sort of full sherry whiskey. It's
good sherry influence, but still a little bit of that fruitiness that I'd expect from the distillery. I think jam's a good call. Quince definitely as well.
It's an absolute stunner. It'd be interesting to see how that interplays with the rest of them as well. 5 big sherry bombs, or 4 big sherry bombs plus the Burgundian wine cask is not a sort of tasting we've done before, so it's going to be really exciting. That one's really good. What else are you looking forward to in there?
I think they're all fun for their own reasons. The Balakin it's just too cool of a bottle to pass over, right? Beautiful decanter. I'm looking forward to that cognac as well. I've been bottling these and loving the smells on all of them. And of course, you can't go past an artist bottle in a tasting.
No, 100%.
Big aged Glenrothes, always fantastic in cherry.
It should be a good one. Cheers, Alan.
Cheers.
Now I'm with Jose. Jose, a cracking tasting we've got here. Some awesome casks. What are you interested in having a little preview of?
Well, providing the first 5 barrels are current casks that La Maison de Whisky released last year. The whole idea also was to, put a little Renoli there. This Glenrothes 24 years old sherry bat from the artist number 8.
So going back into the archives a little bit for this one.
This got bottled in 2018, so now 3 years ago. So, nice little bottle, nice of Glenrothes with a beautiful dark amber colour.
I mean, this is like...
almost Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah, Coca-Cola, how else can you describe it? It's so dark. And already you can see it's got this viscosity to it in the glass. It's got legs.
Traditional Glenrothes sherry notes of Christmas pudding, Sabaglione, rum raisin.
Yeah.
And bottled at 52.8%.
That's such a gorgeous palate.
Wow.
Super rich and viscous as well.
Yeah, and elegant at the same time. It actually tastes a lot like fresh coffee beans, fresh ground coffee. Sensational. I don't want to give much away now before the tasting, right?
Yeah.
But this is outstanding. Oh, so moreish, a bit of salty, a bit of like dulce de leche. Oh.
Yeah, no, this is an absolute cracking whiskey, and the lineup is going to be amazing. Thanks for coming in and previewing that one with us, Jose.
Cheers.
Truly is a sensational lineup. It's going to be one of the best tastings of the year, I think. All of these 5 incredible whiskies, plus the cognac and the highball cocktail for the start. Only $95, and these whiskies won't come around again, so it's definitely worth grabbing a pack. We hope you can join us for the tasting on the night, and I'll put all the details up on the screen now. Cheers.